And we are live. We are live, people. Welcome to the channel. It is Chosen Wisdom Football, and this is your Manchester United evening news show, as well as AMORIM's pre-match press conference reaction, as well as the pre-match build-up for the Manchester United versus Chelsea game. So we have a lot in store for you guys today. We have the quotes coming out from AMORIM's press conference to talk about. We have AMORIM retaining the support of Wilcox and Barada, despite everything we've seen, despite the mood of the fan base. AMORIM retains the support. We're going to talk about that bit of news as well. Also, breaking news today is that Sir Jim Ratcliffe and AMORIM have met. They've met and they've discussed things. So we're going to talk about that as well, guys. There's a lot for us to get through today on the show. Like I said, it's a news show. A lot of news, a lot of quotes coming out from AMORIM's press conference, as well as the build-up, guys. The build-up for the Chelsea game tomorrow evening. Wow, guys, this show is going to be packed. I'm going to get through the news as quickly as I can, people. So bear with me. As usual, big up the community, big up the chat, big up Shivam in the chat. As always, Shivam showing love. Big up Shivam, big up Turkish. Already Shivam's in the chat saying AMORIM will be the manager for the next 5 years. Shivam is AMORIM. You don't need to say the in bit, because you can just say the AMORIM. You are AMORIM. Big up Shibam in the chat. We also have updates on Malacia. Does the dressing room, or is the dressing room actually back in AMORIM? Have we actually got it all wrong, people? Why are Rooney and Rio Ferdinand training with the main squad, people? Why? We also have the injury updates. Yes, guys, before we get into all of it, I want to give you the headlines and say CUNHA is fit. The manager in his press conference said CUNHA is available, which is a massive, guys, an absolute massive boost. We also have AMORIM quotes on Martinez, as well as much more. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into the news so you guys have all the information available to you. So we'll go through the news first, then we do the press conference reaction, and then we will do the pre-match build-up, guys. So let's do it. Let's get involved. So on your screen, here we go. News from Sean Connolly is that apparently Ruben Amorim retains the support of Jason Wilcox and Omar Barada, guys. This manager might not be going anywhere anytime soon. It goes on to say, these guys revert to metrics such as chance creation and shots as an underlying measure of the work on the training field and the margins mixed in fixtures. So these guys are fully on board, fully sold, according to this piece, on Ruben Amorim. When Ruben Amorim goes to them and say, fine margins, just fine margins, they are eating the Kool-Aid. And you can't even eat Kool-Aid. You have to drink it. But they found a way. Anyway, it goes on to say, although there was much disappointment at the boardroom level following the manner of defeat against City, Amorim was the first to acknowledge the glaring issues and understands that results must improve. So it also says that, listen, they've got the backing of this man. But it doesn't mean you can just be blasé. It doesn't mean you can lose games. So there is and always will be a pressure. There's always going to be an expectation, of course, being Manchester United's manager. Goes on to say the report of players' dissatisfaction appeared to be exaggerated. I think that's important. This seems like it's coming out of Manchester United. This, guys, as we know, this is how we talk on this channel. We try to decide who's putting this out. This is Man United put this out. No one else. This is from the club, 100%. It goes on to say, naturally, the squad is upset that they don't have more points to show for their efforts. However, there is a belief that this will change with the upcoming fixtures. So that is something that United want us to digest. I don't know how you guys, how my chat is thinking, is feeling about quotes like this, news like this coming out from the club. But as usual, guys, I am open to your thoughts, open to your feelings, so I can also learn. So I can see different perspectives and different points of you guys. Let's move on. So, people, so Jim Ratcliffe now, Fabrizio Romano has now come out and said some things today. And he said that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to understand why Man United aren't performing after spending important money this summer and backing the manager. Ruben Amorim's opinion is very clear. It's not the system. So if it's not the system, then it's the players, right? Right, guys? Ruben is saying it's not me. It's not what I am doing. It's not my formation. It's not the system. It's the players. The issue, guys, as always, is this. If the manager routinely says, I haven't done anything wrong, and it's the players, we know throwing players under the bus doesn't work. It doesn't really work. I don't remember, guys, many managers who are saying, I don't have to change. It's nothing to do with me. It's all the players. While at the same time, sending those players out to play. We know what that is. We're smart enough to understand that that doesn't always end well. But apparently it is not the system, according to Amorim. Let's move on, guys. Give you guys the information that you need. Also, news coming out regarding Diogo Leon that you guys might be interested in. He was expected to join Binion's squad at some point as he adapts to the English game. But Amorim apparently is keen to keep him around the first team. Is that good, guys? Because I've always thought that it would be good for Diogo Leon to go on loan somewhere and play some football. You know? But apparently this is seen as beneficial, as the tweet says. I mean, it also goes on to say that he'll drop down to play some games at some point. But and this is from Simon Stone as well, I'm always interested, guys, in Diogo Leon. Why we bought him, since we got, you know, Dado and we got Dorgu. He's young, very, very young. He's got a lot of potential. We haven't really seen him yet. What's the plan for him? What's the developmental plan for him? Are we going to send him alone? Are we going to keep him around the first team? What is happening with Diogo Leon? I'm actually intrigued to find out how we treat this player, how we nurture him, and how we grow him, how we develop him. I'll be very, very interested going forward, because we don't always have the best track record of looking after youngsters. Whether it's the club, whether it's the toxicity, whether it's the environment, whether it's the judgment, whether it's the fact that we didn't have footballing people in the club until now. Many, many reasons, guys. But that's a quick update on Diogo Leon. So we've gone through the Amorim news about Amorim retaining the support of the squad. We've spoken about Jim Ratcliffe and Amorim discussing things, I guess. We got the Diogo Leon update. This is just Ruben Amorim and essentially, I guess, Jim Ratcliffe putting pressure, even more pressure on Ruben Amorim. According to Ben Jacobs, he's been told, because we saw the news the other day, that top four, or should I say Jim Ratcliffe thinks this squad is a top four squad. And that was released to put pressure on the manager. And I guess now we're trying to quantify that. Okay, the squad is not a top four squad, but at least, or we think or believe, Jim Ratcliffe does, the squad is a top 7 squad. I think the top 7 places going to Europe. I think top 4, 5 go in the Champions League, and then 5th, 6th, 7th might go into Europa League, and then 8th Conference League. Something along, we know the rules, something along them lines. Essentially, Jim Ratcliffe is saying to Ruben Amorim, this squad is good enough to get into Europe. I don't know if my chat believes that. I don't know if you guys believe that. Is this squad, forget Ruben Amorim's and Ruben Amorim's management, is this squad, the players, individual players, have we assembled a squad good enough to get into the top 7? Have we? Have we? Sir Jim Ratcliffe thinks so, and he apparently has told Ruben Amorim to deliver European football. That's a big ask, guys. I know my chat are going to have different opinions. I know you guys are thinking different things. Some of you guys think the squad isn't good enough. Some of you guys think the manager is not good enough. I'm all ears, guys. I want your opinions as usual, chat. Shivam says, I feel we got Chelsea. Ooh, we beat them for sure. It's happening tomorrow. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. We're going to beat Chelsea. Shivam, I'm gonna hold you to this. I'm gonna hold you to this. Big up Turkish. I think they are backing him and he's not getting sacked anytime soon, says Turkish. Big up my guy TK in the building. Important money. Yeah, okay, but spent in the wrong part of the pitch. Yes. No midfield upgrade. Wow, I can't even speak. No midfield upgrade equals no results. Even a non-football fan can grasp that, says TK. Where's Kone, says Eddie. Where's Kone? Listen, Eddie, you're asking a good question, bro. Where's Kone? I'm hoping, Eddie, that Kone is like Jim Ratcliffe and these guys, and more Wilcox. They've got some sort of 2-3 year plan where Kone, or they see Kone in the midfield in the next 2 years. I hope there's some sort of plan, Eddie, bro. I think CUNHA will only get 15 minutes, says Eddie. We'll talk about that in a bit, Eddie. I think CUNHA might start, you know, Eddie. Big up Eddie, though. Big up Eddie. Mount will probably get 45 minutes as well. Turkish says, no way CUNHA plays a whole game. Big up Milton. Big up. He says, I think Leon has been on the bench, though. Don't know if he can be thrown and in as a sub. I just don't think he's trusted. I think he's so raw. You know when somebody's got so much potential, yeah, but they're so raw and brash and he just needs to be refined. I don't know. Right now, playing 1 game a week, every game is like a cup final. If we could even, listen, the manager plays 7 defenders. Yeah, the manager's not a brave manager. He's not going to throw in Diogo Leon anytime soon. TK says top 7 club only in championship. It's TK, bro. I hear you, man. Eddie says, why do people think we're going to beat Chelsea? They said the same about City and look what happened. Yeah, City would listen. I think, yeah, if we put out the right team and had the right attitude, we could have done something against City. I blame a lot of City or City's result on the manager, personally. You guys might think differently, but Osman says he agrees with TK. I don't think Amorim got his own targets. A manager under pressure needs a goalkeeper, centre-backs, DMs to save his job. Director of football wants shiny forwards and young projects with upside potential. Yeah, that's called a conflict of motherfucking interest. A conflict of motherfucking interest. All right, one of you guys asked about Kone, so I've done my AI thing, guys, and I've asked AI about Kone. So this is what's going on with Kone. Apparently, he's currently covering well and has even returned to individual grass training. Well done. I'm not gonna lie, guys. When you get injury, a massive head injury like that, and apparently fractured eye socket, you just gotta say, listen, bro, just get well soon, bro. Like, forget football for a bit. You got a fractured eye socket. A fractured eye socket. So and he's young. So he's expected apparently to rejoin the under-21s for group training soon and may potentially join the first team later in the season. So, let's not rush. Let's be positive and have our fingers crossed with Kone. All right, guys, quickly, moving on for you guys, banging out all the news. Let's focus people on the Chelsea game now and what this manager has been saying. What is this manager talking about? So let's go through the press conference quote so you guys can get a feel of our approach to the game, who's fit, who's not fit, what the manager's thoughts on the game are, and so on. There were some very interesting questions posed to AMORIM today. And he did his scratching thing, you know, the uncomfortable scratching that he does when he gets, I mean, Pep does it with his head. Pep's like this. So it's this thing. Everyone has their thing. I shake my leg, he scratches his neck, Pep scratches his head. Everyone's got their thing, guys. So he was doing this neck scratching thing. Every time AMORIM feels uncomfortable, you can see that he does it. That's just what he does. So first of all, he was asked about Malacia. As we know, Malacia is one of the bomb squad. I hate the term bomb squad. It dehumanizes the people, but it is what it is. He was one of them and he hasn't gone, guys. He remains at Manchester United. So he was asked about Malacia and he said he's returning with contact with the ball, i.e. he's now playing with the ball, training with the ball, and he's training with the under 21. So anybody who wants any information on Malacia, whether he will return to the main team, main squad, or anything like that, it seems, according to the manager in this press conference, that Malacia will be training with the under 21s, and I don't really see why or how he will be incorporated into the main squad. If Man United are true to their word about the bomb squad, then he wouldn't be and he shouldn't be integrated with the main squad. So that is Malacia. Let me quickly check the chat before I move on. Big up Oz. Milton. Hold a second. Wow. Milton says, hi, yep, it's tough time with those boys in blue. Eddie says, I'm not confident going into this game. They ain't given a plan for Kobe, let alone Kone. Kobe and Kone. I like that. Kobe and Kone. TK says, I don't think you guys want my prediction. I've been fairly spot on this season. TK, be quiet. TK, go. TK with his voodoo and hoodoo. TK, just shush this time. Don't say nothing. Big up Milton. Wiz, is it correct? Cunha is back training and also Mount. Yeah. I'm going to put out a prediction. AMORIM last week, yeah, said that if it was up to Cunha, Cunha would have been in the squad, right? Which means Cunha was knocking on his door saying, let me play, and he said no. Which means I think Cunha is fitter than you guys think he is. I think, and he's been working with a private trainer apparently. So I think Cunha might start the game. I think he might start the game. Osman says, is it too late to recall Rashford? Oz, these guys, the thing about systems, Oz, is that because we don't have wingers, right, and we don't play with wingers, we went through a process where we alienated and went and destroyed all our wingers. Rashford, Anthony, Sancho, Garnacho. We turned all the fans against our wingers because I said there's two ways to get people at the club. Turn the fans against them is a very easy way to just get the pressure to move them out. We don't play with wingers and we just gave away all our wingers. So Rashford coming back, where's he going to play? In a 10? No, you can't play there. And he's not a striker, not in this system. So it's one of those ones where all of the players that we let go will go and flourish elsewhere because they're good footballers. Just because they don't fit a system, they don't fit a style, it doesn't mean they can't perform elsewhere. We see it time and time and time again. All the time, actually. Big up Johnny Hill. Big up Johnny Hill. New person. Make sure Johnny Hill feels welcome, Johnny. AMORIM's going to play the same lineup he did against City. Then when Bruno puts in a stinker at CM, AMORIM will make excuses for it. If it's mainly our best CM, he will criticize. Johnny Hill sounds like he's... Can I speak on your behalf, Johnny? It sounds like you are slowly approaching your limit with AMORIM. Is that correct, Johnny? Can I speak for you? TK says, Osman, if AMORIM gets his targets, he'll stick to his crap formation and tactics even more. Do we want that? I think there's a belief that if AMORIM gets his players, his formation will just, the system will just explode and he will just click and he'll just win the league. And then there's a belief that the system's actually the problem. The system is actually the problem now. So there's now two train of thoughts. There's AMORIM in, get him his right players, the system will bang. The system is not that great. And I'm not talking about the formation, because the formation, many managers have used that formation. I'm talking about how he approaches the formation. You can play this 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1, whatever you want to call it, 3, whatever. You can play it in many different ways. It's his interpretation of the system in the Premier League that's my concern. My concern. Johnny says AMORIM at this point is doing to Manu what Ten Hag did to Ahmad. Yeah, like I keep saying, guys, when managers scapegoat players, it doesn't mean you have to hate them too. I know it's the back the manager at all costs. Whenever the manager hates a footballer, we got to hate them too. Ten Hag hated Sancho, we got to hate him too. We don't always need to, we can understand that players don't fit into our systems. Garnacho doesn't fit in, and just let him go without having to dislike the players. Like, I was happy that Rashford scored those 2 goals for Barcelona. There's nothing inside of me that doesn't feel any happiness when that guy scores a goal. But I know there'll be people who will be angry that Rashford is starting to score. And that for me is strange. Anyway, guys, let's move on quickly. 7:37. Let's see what else he has said in the press conference. People, more press conference quotes, please. There you go, guys. This is what a lot of you guys are talking about. Ruben Amorim in the press conference today confirmed that CUNHA and Mason Mount are back and available for Chelsea. Good news. Good news. Listen, I've said it many times. My opinion on Mason Mount is that he shouldn't be on the money that he's on. But if you told me that Mason Mount was getting paid 80 grand a year and he's a squad player for Manchester United who plays some games, comes on off the bench and all these things, I wouldn't mind. But he's not a first team player for me. So I'm more interested in the fact that CUNHA is back. And like I said, we'll talk about the team that the manager could pick later on in the show. But great, guys. It's great that CUNHA is back. I want to see CUNHA in his left 10 position. I do not want to see CUNHA as a striker. I am begging you, Ruben Amorim, stop playing CUNHA up front. Please, please play him in the left 10. I know you love Mason Mount. I know he's your second child, just like he was Ten Hag's second child. But play CUNHA there. Play CUNHA in the left 10, and Mbeumo in the right 10, and Bob's your uncle. Please, that's what I want. But there you go, guys. There you go, guys. News. I think Dalot is still injured. Dalot is still unavailable for the Chelsea game. So there you go on your screen. As the quote says, Dalot is out. Mason Mount and CUNHA are in. And Martinez is still out, guys. So that is the injury update for the Chelsea game. Listen, kickoff is in less than 24 hours, guys. By this time tomorrow, we would have known who won the game. Anyway, this is following on from the story about the dressing room. Now, Ben Jacobs, you know, everyone's favorite journalist on this channel, he's weighed in, and he said the Manchester United dressing room remains largely, you know these words, you can't say all, you can't say everybody, but the dressing room remains largely behind Ruben Amorim. Senior players, including Harry Maguire, have made it clear to the group the squad is underperforming. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. This is my opinion. When I see senior players and Harry Maguire in the same sentence, I'm just like, I remember for 2 years we tried to get rid of Harry Maguire, and this guy dug his heels in, and now he's just part of the furniture at the football club. It's interesting. But that's Ben Jacobs, which kind of means, I mean, he's mentioned Harry Maguire there, guys. Are we saying that Harry Maguire spoke to Ben Jacobs? You know them ones where it's like, why would you put a specific player's name out there if you did not get this from that player's agent or from that player. Imagine you're Harry Maguire and you just wake up in the morning, you're eating your cereal and you put on Sky Sports News and you see Ben Jacobs like, Harry Maguire has made it clear, and you think, huh? Have I? So I'm just thinking this must have come from Harry Maguire's camp or something. I don't know, people, but that's very, very interesting to me anyway. Before I move on, let me quickly check the chat. Check in with the chat. Big up Santos Flow. Santos Flow. I don't know why I did that. Yo, it's Friday, people. It's Friday, so have your drink, have your smoke, relax, and chill. Yeah? It's one of those shows. It's not an anal show. Pause. Yeah? It's a chilled show. Santos Flow, big up Santos, says Amorim's secret weapon is Malasia. This is okay. Let me. He will crack the code to goals and victories. Bro, you know that's funny. Imagine if it was. I know obviously you're taking it. You know, you're being funny, Santos. But imagine if it was, bro. Because I've said, yeah, when Malasia came, I thought Malasia was decent. It's a shame, guys. It's a shame he got that knee injury. I'm not saying he was like, what's the phrase? Blowing trees. Is it blowing trees? Whatever. He wasn't like setting a world like Malasia, but I thought I saw something in Malasia before he got injured. He had the speed, he had the tenacity, and do you know what? He might be technically a better footballer than Dorgu. I must put it out there. He might be. He might be, guys. I don't want to upset the chat, but he might be. He might be. Big up Wendell. Yes, Wendell in the chat. My guy Wendell. Yes. Big up people, man. Tomorrow is the day. Chelsea. I don't want Garnacho celebrating and running and kissing that Chelsea badge, because it will happen. He'll kiss a badge, he'll go to the corner and he will scream. That's the image that will live in your mind when you go to sleep on Saturday night. If it happens. And we don't want that to happen, guys. We don't. Johnny, big up Johnny. Johnny Hill. I couldn't imagine in my line of work failing as bad as my job as Amorim is at his, and then having online cult following treating him like a god is crazy. Johnny, I'm going to speak to you directly right now, bro. Do you remember, Johnny, within like the first few weeks of the manager joining, these guys were already singing a song. These guys were already singing a song about Ruben Amorim, and he hadn't done anything. There's a sickness, bruv, in our fan base. I always talk to my chat, and you guys, you know, I talk to you frankly. We love football, but some of us, it is religion. We talk about football being a religion. We talk about singing songs in the stadium and how euphoric you feel when you sing songs together. Like, what's the Old Trafford song again? The song that we sing at the beginning of Old Trafford at the start. I always forget it. Take me home where I belong to old. That stuff, yeah. That's what you do in church. All that stuff, that start Arsenal game, all that churchy religious shit, it makes you feel together. It's all that stuff, yeah. There's some people who go to the stadium and they honestly believe, yeah, every single manager that walks through the door, and to a certain extent, you have to kind of support them, but you don't start singing songs within the first week. You don't. That's the stuff that I don't understand. That cultish behavior. And because of that, yeah, they don't have the ability to critically think. Once you have the unconscious bias where you've attached yourself to somebody, you can't criticize them. And if you do criticize them, it means you hate the football club. It means you're not a fan of the club. Imagine your child, yeah, committing murder or something, and saying to your child, you know, because you're my child, what you did was right. Because you're my child, go and kill more people. Because you're my child and I love you, I can't. It's crazy. It's crazy. It don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But that is, we have a lot of fans here who prefer the religious part of football and not the actual football itself. They're drunk, they go to the stadium, sing songs, go home. And that's the truth. Anyway, Osman says, I'm no fan of his system, but assuming it would work better if he couldn't have upgraded from Ugarte and Bruno and Casemiro corpse in the middle and a goalkeeper who isn't an active saboteur. Oz, That is the conundrum we have. We have the conversation is system or players, because it's a delicate sort of balance. If you add in his players, how much more do we get from this team? Nobody knows, because it's an hypothetical, but we can all think, we can all sort of calculate in our heads. And that's the thing. You have some people saying, listen, give him his midfielders and we'll go from here all the way up there. And then there's some people who are like, okay, we're here. Are you honestly telling me giving him his two midfielders are going to get us all the way up here? That's why football conversations, are very nuanced. And we just don't have the time or the patience to have these little nuanced conversations. It has to be so black and white when we talk. That's why in this chat, guys, in this community, you guys are coming up with bare intelligent shit. Yeah, and that is what I like. That is what I love. Eddie says Rashford was lit last night. Yeah, he was good. TK Osman, Casemiro is fossilizing, right? And Cass is fossilizing. All right. Johnny, not slowly, bro. Amorim lost me after the Arsenal game when he started talking about suffering again. Oh man, I wish he chose his words better, and I wish he didn't talk so much about suffering. I called him the kinky manager. I called him the BDSM manager, because he's all on this suffering thing. I'm like, I'm not on suffering. I'm not on that. I'm not on it. I thought last season was suffering. That's what I thought, but maybe some of us don't have the patience, the belly for it. I don't know. 80 grand a year, that's a steal from Mount. You mean 80? You know, I keep saying a year because I'm thinking about my salary. TK, I keep saying annual salaries, bro. Yeah, I mean a week. I keep forgetting these guys. Oh man, I want to fight Mason Mount. What happens first? Oceans rise by 1 centimeter or Leacher features in a match? Bro, all I know, is that left centre back position is a problem. No matter who you play there, out of Martinez, the midget, who is tenacious, but we've seen that he's also a liability sometimes, and Luke Shaw, who is one of the most passive footballers I've ever seen. Listen, you'll see my team soon. I'm going to show you the team that I'm going to play very soon. But Johnny says, not going to lie, I hate when I see Maguire and others say stuff like that. I'm with you, Johnny. I'm with you. It always happens. I think I've seen more Maguire and Dalot pressers saying they compared to good performance. Yeah, it's frustrating to see like the Luke Shaws and the Mason Mounts and the Maguires speak. And I'm like, bro, you shouldn't even be here, bro. You shouldn't be here. Eddie says Ben Jacobs is full of I love Eddie, though. Eddie makes you laugh, I swear. He's full of shizzle. Maguire and Casemiro are both fit, but not considered. Oh, is that true? What do you mean? Is that a question, Milton? Or are you joking? You know, I'm kind of slow sometimes, bro. Big up me, big up you. Oh great, Mount is back. That's it. We win in the Prem now. Yeah, country roads. Yeah, man, it gives us that euphoric feeling, bruv. That dopamine. That country road. And you got everyone singing together and all these things, and you feel that buzz, and you just listen. Football, is the only time, that when something happens, you hug the next man next to you, and you don't even know him, bruv. Football is that sport, where you score a winning goal, the person next to you don't even know him from Adam, and you hug, yeah. It's the only sport, that gets you like that. It's weird. It's actually quite weird, football. It's a weird sport. I always say this to people. If FIFA want to control us, let's say like, I don't know, 60% of men watch football around the world, and there's 8 billion people in the world. FIFA control the minds of so many men around the world. When you actually think about it, so many men rely on football for their fun, for their mental health. It's their highlight of their week, football. It's a highlight of the week. FIFA, therefore control the minds of so many of us. If FIFA wanted to, FIFA could be the president of the universe. FIFA could come out and say, no more football. No more football for everybody unless you vote for us to be the president of the universe. And I reckon half of us would do it. Half of us would do it. Like, football is a crazy sport, I swear down. Anyway, let's move on, guys, because I'm waffling and I'm losing focus. All right, so Wilcox has had his word, and I need to listen to Jason because he's our DOF. He's the guy that's above AMORIM. He's the guy signing off on players, recruiting players, formulating our strategy going forward with Barada. He's the guy, and he's probably the guy we need to listen to just as much, maybe even more than AMORIM. Sporting director Jason Wilcox speaks out on the current situation. He has said this: it's a real challenge. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you. I think the club is in a better situation than before. The club didn't have a football identity. What? I don't know, guys. What do you think Manchester United's football identity has been? Or what is Man United's identity? Because it's not a formation. Fergie started with 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1. Then he hired Carlos Queiroz to implement 4-3-3 with Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez. Then he went back to 4-4-1-1 with our formation changes. The only identity that United have is attacking football. Just attacking football. We always played expansive attacking football. We always had wingers. From the Busby Babes to now to Giggs, we played wingers. We played with attacking football. What's United's football identity? Anyway, he goes on to say, we've worked a lot behind the scenes, which is true. That is true. They have done a lot behind the scenes. They fired 500,000 people. No, they haven't, but they fired a lot of people. Restructured the club, new training ground. So they've done a lot behind the scenes. Some of you guys will say all they've done is bring us up to a level where other clubs have been for the last 10 years. They've done things they should have done, but you got to give them credit because they've done it. They've done it. The club needed a transformation. The entire structure needed a change. It's sad to see people lose their jobs. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I hate when the people who fire people say it's sad to see people lose their jobs, bro. It's like, oh, you know nothing, Jon Snow. Anyway, but it was necessary. We now have a foundation to rebuild. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That's a lot of chatting. I'm not even gonna. Well, no. I will. Chat. Do your thing. What are you saying about Jason? Should we throw Jason in the bin? No, I'm joking. Yeah, there's very interesting quotes, guys. I could speak for a long time about what this guy is saying, but time is time. So I'm not going to. But I'm just giving you the information. This is what this man is saying. This is what Jason Wilcox is saying. I don't think singing in the stadium is wrong under virtually any circumstance. What else are you supposed to do except get behind the team? No. I didn't say it was wrong at all. I'm just saying the religiousness of football blinds people from the objectivity of football. And I was using it as an example, if that makes sense. Me says there's an old English saying, you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. At this point, AMORIM is just launching eggs at the wall. Hey, you guys here have the funniest analogies, I swear down. To attend a match, sit in maybe rain, and then have to watch your team give an underwhelming performance is test for a true fan. No, you're right. I hear you, Milton. Now, I'm not having a dig at the match. Well, I was having a dig at the match day going fans a little bit, but not all of them. Not all of them. Just some of them. Don't make fun of midgets. Besides, research shows that 6 out of 10 aren't happy. Oh no. Me says when AMORIM leaves, which will be after Sunderland. All right. Sunderland is what? Is it 2 games away, me? Martinez should be played as a DM. Played 35% of his games at Ajax as a DM, says me. Oh, man. Me says, look at the picture behind you. Some of the greatest ever players to wear the 7 at United. Legends. Does anyone see Mount on there? Bro, if Mount was on this picture, bro, I would burn it. How dare Mount wear the... Nobody... How's Mount wearing the number 7, yeah? Anyone else wearing the number 7, yeah? People will still be like, get it off him. But Mount is there chilling. Chilling with the iconic number. Give 7 to the cat pillow. Amen to TK. I agree, 100%. Johnny says, the AMORIM inners think that we expect the manager to win the league instantly. But we are just here wanting to see back-to-back wins. Just one time, says... I hear Johnny. I hear Johnny. Just once. Just give me one back-to-back win. Just one. That's all I want. Give me one. We're gonna see CUNHA play that wing back at some point. Oh no, I hope not. All right, guys, and finally, your quick news on Martinez is that he is training. He's trying to come back. I'm not gonna. This is quotes directly from AMORIM, directly from the press conference today. It's really important that when that Martinez is nearing a return. When you have that injury, you recover a lot of times very fast, and then there's a boring part where it looks like you don't go to the next step. We miss Leacher a lot. We miss the aggression in this moment. I agree with that. I said this. Luke Shaw in that left centre-back position is not aggressive. He's very passive. I have my concerns about Martinez. I said his height is an issue. His lack of pace is an issue. We've seen him get skinned out in that position many times. But he's aggressive, guys. We've seen him. He's a fouler, guys. Because he's small, yeah. I've watched this guy. I like him when he's aggressive because he actually fouls the opponent, but he gets away sometimes with fouling the opponent because he's so small. I love this man's aggression, and we 100% missed that. However, I still don't know if he is the long-term fix for that left centre-back position. That's just my personal opinion, people. But he goes on to say he's always there in every meeting, every training. He stays there to watch the training. I think we need Leacher in this team. Oh man, but when Leacher came back, I know he set those 2 goals up against Man City for Ahmad. But when he came back last season, guys, he conceded so many goals due to his bad defending. I don't know, guys. I don't know. You guys will have your opinions as always. Some of it will be different to mine as always, but that is the manager's position on Martinez, what he thinks of him, and essentially you can't wait for him to come back. Displace Luke Shaw. It looks like he might walk straight into the team, guys. So it is what it is. Yep. All right, last but not least, I think this might be one of the last quotes coming out from the press conference, and Garnacho is the subject matter. He's asked about Garnacho, and his response is, Garnacho is not our player. Garnacho is not our player, and I'm focused on our players. I would have hoped he said something else, but at the same time, this is a good response. I mean, what do you want him to say? Because if anything he says, I reckon, about Garnacho will probably be twisted, construed and made into something else. So maybe it's a good idea that he just stays away from commenting on Garnacho. But I'm pretty sure, guys, he was also asked about Rashford in this press conference, and he said the same thing. Rashford's not my player. I'm not concerned. But it will be very, very interesting, guys. I don't think Garnacho will start for Chelsea anyway, but he could potentially come off the bench. And if you're Chelsea's manager, I see a lot of managers they like to play the player against their old club. They like to do that because they feel like the player's got something to prove. So I've seen a lot of managers do it. So I'm not saying that, you know, Maresca won't do it. I just don't think he will do it. But we will see, guys. We will see. The match is tomorrow. We will be doing the watch along right here on this channel. So don't go anywhere. 5:30 kickoff, guys. Let's quickly check in with the chat as well. Johnny says we'll be told by AMORIM that he did it because we need to defend. Me says, like, I get where Ineos and that was doing by sacking 300 staff at 30k a year, but surely some of these big fat guys or players could take a tiny pay cut to cover them. Yeah, it's always going to be interesting, guys, because I'm not a capitalist. I say this. Listen, I understand capitalism. I understand money. I understand the world that we live in. Right? I am a financial advisor and an economist, so I get it. But I'm not a capitalist. I don't believe in firing the little guy to protect the big guy. Like, and even though it's football and I love Man United, there's something about that I'm like, oh, all these people got to suffer because you've made bad mistakes, because you've recruited badly, because you brought in players that don't fit the system, because you brought in managers that don't work. So the members of staff have to now lose their jobs because of what's going on in the football side. I get it, but there's a conversation to be had. There's the I don't care, football, but then there's the ethical and moral conversation. Some people don't want to have an ethical and moral conversation when it comes to football because it's just like, it's sport, it's football, it's cutthroat, deal with it. I get that perspective, but I also get the ethical and moral perspective. I have two different opinions in my mind, and I like to keep them there. I like to understand things. Me says, if anyone's suffering with mental health, let me tell you the thing my granddad told me. Puts everything into perspective, I think. Johnny says, to be honest, it was mad that they was comfortable firing normal workers, but then drag their feet when it comes to players and managers. That's what I'm saying. There's that moral and ethical conversation that a lot of football fans don't want to have, and I get it. But I am what you call woke, right? I like to think about people and I care about people. I can't help it. I'm just a caring human being. I can't help it. So if that makes me woke, then it makes me woke. Life is like a roller coaster. It's fun, ups and downs, twists, scary, and it's over quickly. And then you have to get off because other people are waiting for their turn to enjoy this ride. I need to let that sink in a little bit more, to be honest with me. I like TK. TK broke it down just in case, if, you know, I wasn't paying attention. Sleepy, dopey. I get it, TK. So if you have a problem, you have two choices, says me. Can you solve it? Then it's not a problem. Can you not solve it no matter what you do? Then it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Don't let it take over your happy. Don't let it take over your happy thoughts and well-being. Life is too short, and in the big scheme of things, we don't matter in this universe. Sometimes me, when I'm shy, when I'm self-conscious, when I'm nervous, when I'm anything like that, I like to look up at the sky, yeah, and remind myself, yeah, that I'm an ant. There's 8 billion people on this planet, yeah, and I'm just one of them. And I like to look up at the universe and say how insignificant, like whether it's a job interview that I'm nervous for, I'm like, why the hell am I nervous, bro? If I don't get this job, I'm not going to die. I like to just put things into perspective, you know, and it helps me a lot. So I hear what you're saying as well, me. I hear what you're saying. But yeah, you guys are reacting to what you guys are seeing on screen regarding the mental health stuff. Listen, it is what it is. Well, you guys, unless you guys started talking about it before I even put it up, which is very, very interesting, people. But you know what, guys, I always say this: the world, yeah, tells men not to talk about certain things, that we can't do this, that we can't cry. We are boxed in as men. like in a way that is crazy. Like to be a man, you have to be and that's what being a man is. And it's like, bro, there's no such thing as being a man. Just be you. You are a man. Just be you. Like, so all this mental health stuff that United are doing, cool. I'm down for it. Man, them don't like to talk about things. We don't. We bottle things up and then we lash out and we get angry. Emotional instability. So this is all good stuff, guys. I ain't got no negative thing to say about this. You know, just talk. If guys want to talk about stuff, don't let someone say don't talk about it, you're weak. Nah, man, get out there, man. So I'm all down for these things, guys. I'm all down for these things. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into the team. Let's get into the Chelsea stuff. Man United versus Chelsea stuff, guys. Before we end. Milton says the goal scoring to win a game. Mbeumo has scored a couple and Sesko is still on learning curve. But these two must play well to grab a result. Says Milton. TK says Garnacho will be marked by Lenny Euro. I'm okay with that bleach head. With the bleach head, yeah, playing against us. That's funny. Me says I'm self-employed and I bring home 70k a year. Taxman knows only what he needs to know. Big up me. After I've watched United, I look up at the stars too. Yo, Johnny. Also, if you're honest about Man United's identity from back in Sir Alex days, it was seen more as a working class identity and fan base. So I hate that the Glazers... Yeah, Johnny's right. Glazers' crimes are brushed onto the working class. Yeah, you got them. The guys up there, you Man United fans up there in Manchester have to, I guess, pay. They have to pay in a way, right? And literally pay with the increased ticket and all these things. It's a shame what's happened to United, bro. It's a shame. Like I said, if Glazers wanted to do the same thing now, I hope the government, I hope certain bodies would stop it. I don't believe what the Glazers did then could happen now. I hope not. I really hope not. All right, guys. I'm going to show you two formations. So this is the build-up. I think the manager... All right. So, yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, this is the formation, I believe, apart from, I think Mount probably won't start, let's be honest. But I believe this is the formation the manager wants to play. I think the manager might start CUNHA and then Sesko up front because Mount is literally just returning. Even though CUNHA is, I think CUNHA might start. So I don't know, guys. I think the manager might play a system or play something similar to this. I don't know because I thought I said Mazzari and he's not there. So hey, big up Mark Gemini as well in the chat. Sorry guys, I had everything set up, but it's not set up as much as I wanted it to be set up. My instructions weren't followed. So I'm a bit confused with this system, with this lineup. I'm not gonna lie, guys. But I think the manager is going to start, despite what you're seeing on screen, I think the manager is going to start buying there in goal. Lenny Euro, De Ligt, and Shaw. Right? I think he will start that back three. I think he might start Ahmad and Dorgu as wing backs because Dallo is also not fit. Mount is not going to play because he's just returning from injury. So it will be CUNHA, I think, Sesko and Mbeumo. He could, I think, play Mazraoui. He could play Mazraoui because he likes Mazraoui, doesn't he? So he could play Mazraoui. What the hell's going on here? Sorry, guys. Let's. What's me saying? Let's see what you guys are saying. I can't cry. I like to, but haven't cried since I was a toddler. I lost my. Wow. I think that's where it started. Then had a bad childhood. I didn't read it out. I'm not going to read that stuff out, me. But thank you for sharing that. I think you're being serious there about that. And yeah, so that's really sad. Yeah, I'm not going to read it out. My guy. Mark Gemini, we have more energy and movement up front when Cunha plays alongside Mbeumo. I like to see Mainu start and Bruno dropped, especially after Bruno's comments about Euro after the City lost. Bruno. Yeah, I think we might play something similar to this, guys. No, well, not that, like I said, not that. Luke Shaw, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I think, like I said, the manager will play Dillit, Euro, Shaw. But that's what I think the manager will play. This is clearly not working, guys. I had it all set up, but you get the point I'm trying to make. This is my team that I'll pick. I would start, personally, guys, I would start, forget what you're seeing on screen. I would start Xerxes up front as a striker. I would put Cunha and Mbeumo behind Xerxes. And I would start Casemiro in the midfield with Bruno. I will start Ahmad as wing back with Dorgu. And I would put Lenny Euro on that left centre back. I wouldn't start Shaw at left centre back. I'll put Lenny Euro back in his position. He played left centre back a large part of last season and he was really good there. I'll put Lenny Euro at left centre back and I will put Mazraoui as right centre back. That's the team I would pick. I don't know why Kobe Mainu's there or anything like that, but apparently the system is just changing itself. I'm changing players, but it's maybe I've got too many tabs open. Maybe I've got like too many tabs open, but that's what I would play. Me says, well, if I remember correctly, we was a publicly owned club on the stock market until the Glazers came in. We could have the world's best 11 players, but we still lose under AMORIM, says me. I hope that when Jim came to have a meeting with AMORIM yesterday, he told him to play a back four or F off. Yeah, 100% true. Plus worse stuff like being abandoned by my dad a month. Let me not read that stuff out. Unless you want me to, me. I'm just not doing it because of respect. But wow. Yeah, me. You know when you see someone's had it hard and they've come out the end and they're alive and they're an adult and they can look back at it and it doesn't traumatize them as much when they look back at it because they've worked through it. Big up me, bro. Big up me in the chat. 100%, bro. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, that's respect for that then. Respect me. Car. That's some deep stuff, bro. That's insane. Yeah, that's it. Breaking generational trauma and making sure he doesn't do the same with his kids. That's how you do it, man. It's not easy. It's hard. But that's how you do it. All right, I think we finally got it after all this stress, guys. This is what I said I wanted to see. I don't know why I didn't see this. So this is my team that I would start against Chelsea, people. There you go, guys. That's my team. I think we... What's the score, guys? What's the score going to be? I'm going 2-1 Chelsea. I'm going 2-1 Chelsea. That's what I'm going. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know who you think is going to win. Let me know what the score is going to be. It's been a good show. Also, guys, I know that there was supposed to be a show yesterday with Mainz. Unfortunately, that show is not going to happen anymore. The therapy show that we had planned, or I had plans on a Thursday with Mainz, is no longer going to go ahead. Mainly because reliability issues. Mainly because Mainz, I can't get him to be as reliable as I want him to be. He hasn't been as reliable as I want him to be, and that's it. Is not somebody that I can count on, basically, going forward. I was a bit, I mean, it's my first show with somebody, and I think it went well. I will be doing a show with people, so just because I'm not doing a show with Mainz anymore doesn't mean that it's off the card. So I will be either doing a show with an Arsenal fan, maybe with a rival, potentially. I don't know yet. Like I said, I will be doing, hopefully when the channel grows, I will ask, or want some of you guys to jump on and do a call-in show with the chat. Why can't we do a call-in show with the chat, guys? Why can't we? So yeah, the main show, unfortunately, is not going to go ahead. I think me and Mainz, listen, it could have worked, but I just can't rely on Mainz. I think he's not taking this as seriously as I am, essentially. Nothing against Mainz. I can't work like that. That's just me, my personality. So yeah, I don't see why we can't in a few months try pattern up a little calling show or something, so all of us can just chop it up. But yeah, doesn't mean it's not end. I'm still gonna plan other shows, guys. But yeah, unfortunately, that show. Back to the drawing board. It's a new channel, small channel. So we got time to grow, time to get things wrong, correct ourselves, improve. You guys will always give me feedback. Always give me feedback and let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right as well. So big up the chat for doing that as well. Big up everybody. Tomorrow's the game. Tomorrow's the day. Chelsea. I don't think he will lose his job. I don't think he'll get fired if we lose against Chelsea. If you told me that we're going to lose against Chelsea, Man City and Arsenal, I wouldn't have said, yeah, fire him. So we've kind of lost to teams that you could argue that we should be losing to because they're ahead of us anyway. I want to see us against the middle teams, the Aston Villas of this world, the Evertons again of this world. Anyway, that is... Sorry? Yeah, what's the score going to be, guys, quickly before we go? Because I can't see anything. Oh, 3-1, Chelsea, says me. TK says 3-0 Chelsea. Oh, yeah. Not good, guys. I say 2-1 Chelsea. At least the consensus is we're going to lose. And there's no... From me, against Man City, you had me. Yeah, we're going to win. Against Arsenal, we can win. But now, I think it's been stomped out of me. Optimism has been stomped out of me. So I'm going to be a pessimistic guy when it comes to the scores. Just like you guys, we're going to lose against Chelsea. We might score, but we'll lose. Me says the Grimsby one was a final nail in the coffin, but for me, he should have been gone by January, says me. Guys, right now, yeah. Right now, all I have here is hope. I hope we win, but I think we're going to lose. All I have is hope. All I have is hope that the manager somehow is going to do something different to what he's been doing in the past. Shivam says, my lineup is the same as yours, but I have Sesko, Lemens, and Mainz. I would start Lemens. Why not? I would start. But yeah, that formation isn't mine. that you can see on the screen, because my formation has Casemiro in the middle, not Ugarte. But yeah, big up the chat as usual, guys. I hope that we win tomorrow. Fingers crossed, guys. We need a win. Listen, I don't want another manager. If we have to get another manager because this guy's not good enough, fair enough. But I think we all want this man to be successful. We don't want this man to be unsuccessful. We are Man United fans. We want him to achieve. We want him to succeed. So AMORIM, please, please, even though I'm AMORIM out, I want you to do well, my guy. So please, just start attacking. Play attacking players at wing back. Don't approach this game defensively. Don't think you're going to score playing 6 or 7 defenders. No, that will never happen. Play attacking players. That's all I want to see. Anyway, guys, it's been amazing. A great show. We did 1 hour. Good show. Always loved the community, man. We didn't have a show yesterday. I missed the chat. I ain't gonna lie, I did miss the chat. I was thinking of coming on the show even without Mainz, but I decided, you know what? I'll do the show today. So big up the chat. Thanks for your patience, guys. You guys are always patient. We'll do more stuff together. Don't worry. We'll do more shows. TK, me, Shivam, Milton, even like Mark, Gemini, new guys, Johnny Hill jumped in as well. Big up Johnny Hill. Big up everybody who took part, conversed, had a chat. Santos Flow, Osman, as usual. Enjoy your Friday, guys. You know what I always say. Enjoy your Fridays, man. The end of the working week. Drink what you need to drink. Smoke what you need to smoke. And just enjoy your lives, guys. Big up, big up, big up. Don't forget to smash the like, share the video, all of that beautiful stuff, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. I will be live. Chelsea. Manchester United against Chelsea at Old Trafford, guys. Come on. Come on, United. Come on. Anyway. Yo, Rajat. Rajat jumped in right at the end of the show. That's great, Rajat. You can rewind and give me more view times. The more view times, the more my shit gets pushed by YouTube. Anyway, big up the chat. Big up me, big up Milton, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock for the Chelsea game.